Welcome to Coming to Our Senses. This is a place to slow down, to welcome in presence, and remember what it feels like to be fully alive, not just in our minds, but in our bodies, not just in the stories we tell, but in the places that we feel. Today's reflection is about the kind of love that touches the deepest places in us. I want to begin with the words of poet John O'Donohue. When we love, we turn towards the other with the longing of our heart. And this turning always involves risk, for love is a force that alters the structure of our being. May we learn to walk gently on the earth, holding hands and trusting the voice of the heart. To choose love again, after ache, after shattering, is not naive, it's sacred. It's sacred because most people don't actually open those places again. Not really. They hide from the risk of it, of being really known, of being touched, in places they're worried would create abandonment. They're worried of being undone by care, that they won't be in control anymore. Something I'm sure we've all experienced at least once in our life. So instead, we deny our longing, detach from our own needs, and play the part of intimacy while never truly turning towards ourselves. And there's a way we close the door inside, even when we appear open from the outside. Avoidance can be intoxicating. It can feel powerful because we're not truly feeling. This is more than the fear of pain. It's more about the fear of death. Because to surrender to love, to really let it move through your body, is to relinquish control, to allow oneself to be changed, to be influenced. And the last time you surrendered, there was pain. And there was misattunement, there was invalidation. Sometimes there's even abuse. There can be a feeling of being too much or not enough. There may have, and probably was, been suffering without witness to validate the experience. So of course the body remembers this, and the body protects. Love doesn't come when we force it. It comes when we're available to it, when we build a rooted sense of self, strong enough to soften again. To choose connection again, to choose relationship that is open, where all the cards are on the table, requires becoming a place of belonging within oneself. That's not easy. It's not linear, but it's the kind of feeling that changes everything. To stop trying to earn love and instead become love. To offer yourself the thing that you've been craving. To listen inward when everything says, shut down. To trust the wisdom of your longing, even when it's terrifying. That is brave. That is courageous. That is what it means to come to your senses. And now a closing poem made from the bones of these words. There are places in me that remember annihilation at the hands of what was called love, from people who did not understand the skill of care. Still, something braver than fear asks me to open, to become a place of belonging. Not the performance of intimacy, not the external part playing, but the inward unfurling. To ache, to want, to desire to be held in all the crevices. To love again is to touch the place that once broke open and say, I am still here. I will not abandon myself to be loved, but I will love with everything I am. Not because it's safe, but because it's sacred. Because I am ready to come back to to my fully embodied senses. Pairing this with a poem by Derek Walcott about our first and perhaps most important love. The kind of love that we have to keep coming back to in order to continue building capacity to love and be loved by others. The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, "Sit here, eat." You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another, who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit. Feast on your life.